all this, would we?
Oh God. How are we doing, Lee?
I spilled my water. It's a good start.
What?
These are the dice that I bought. Very exciting.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes, I saw these. These look nice. They look like candy.
Yeah. I got them for this other character that I play. But also because I love them. Let me get my dice. Gotta pick the best rolling ball.
Where's my dice?
Lily, I do want to remind you, dice are a choking hazard.
Yes. Do not ingest them.
I think, yeah, I have. I'm not gonna take notes. I'm just gonna watch it back later and take notes.
Okay, if you could put yourself through watching the whole thing.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
I wonder what the sober Lily will be able.
No, I'm gonna ask Thomas to take it. Thomas is trustworthy.
Thomas, you are now a scribe.
Fun times.
I'm a point. You
Fun
really
times.
just made my servant all along. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Strongest George, where are you?
I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey,
There you are.
we're back.
I want to preface this game with three things technically. First is I am expecting a parcel from 11 till 12, which is why I'm not wearing headphones, because I live on the 3rd floor. If I have headphones, I will definitely miss it. So we will have better sound quality from my end in about an hour.
Alright.
Second thing is, yes, Lily has had much to drink. We still go on.
We're still going.
Thirdly is I've had this session prepped for about 2 fucking months, guys.
Really?
2 months.
Wow,
Just to get
okay.
through 2 days of this game. So let's just do it. Let's just go and have a great time at a birthday party. So yes, cool, amazing. Anyone else have anything they want to say?
I'm excited.
No, let's just go.
Nice, cool.
Berg's not doing a recap.
Yes, I have a 20-page D&D document that I have to scroll down to the bottom page of, which is going to take a little while. Hang on. So everyone roll for recap.
Which one? Like,
Oof.
frame to do.
4.
Roll the lowest today.
Well,
Mine was a 9.
Cool. Lily, what was yours?
I said 12. Pretty
Okay. Georgia.
I got a 5.
I got a 4.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
You.
Gosh darn it. Darn tootin' recap. Alright. So last game, from trying to interpret my terrible handwriting, it seems as though we met Estra's mum, Janzia.
Secretly a mimic in disguise.
Then they all went up to talk, but Neff and Kaylee drank
Kaylee.
downstairs. We might have discovered a beacon of resurgence. Was it from the tome of absolution? Is the thing we discovered. Then we all went out and either got our clothes cleaned or we bought new clothes. We got some garments. We got ready, and we went and found the Harbinger, and went along with Captain Richards on a festive joyride. Oh, and we got drunk during some games.
Yeah, so we went on the Harbinger, saw George Shammy again, and
Oh, the Harbinger.
like he'd agreed before, you are going to go with him via no, not with him. With him to Elderless Watch for Ender's birthday party, which I've genuinely had on this document for months. So cool. Righty. So last we left off, I believe we were all sitting around the campfire in this.
A campfire and a boat.
I was just thinking about that.
Wait a minute, this sounds terrible.
Great meeting you now, Emma.
It's like
George Shamrock is just totally okay with all this. Like, yep, there's just a fire in my
Just
boat.
set fire to
I don't mind this one bit.
It's like, or something.
Are we really going to get to Ender's party? I feel like we're going to get derailed a lot.
It's lit. What can I say?
It's very lit in the most literal sense.
You know what? I've had
Yeah.
this session prepped for like 2 months. We're still not going to finish it until March, I don't think. So
This ship burns down on the way there.
The ship burns, we all die.
Pit, and it's right beneath like a little square opening in the boat, so it can get filtered out. There you go, magic. Literally like 4 out of 5 of the crew have magic, boys. So we're probably fine.
Probably.
Okay.
You should roll to see if we're fine.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh no.
You got a 17. I don't know what for, but you got a 17, which is probably. So that sounds like a DC for some.
That sounds fun.
We're doing really good. So, as you sit drinking, some of you conversing with other members of the crew, and Shamrock uses some rum. The rest of you have just a little bit of time before it becomes too ridiculously late, in case there's anything you want to do.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Going right to it. Hi.
Stuff. Right, what have we been doing? We've just been Cass got carried off to bed, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so not sure exactly. I don't remember exactly how we finished, but you were all kind of winding up your evening. I'm assuming, yeah, some of you were carried off to bed, but also.
Sorry. What was that?
So, I think
yes.
maybe let's say Loran is helping you to a hammock.
Oh.
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi.
Hammock.
That's all I got, babes. There aren't any beds.
Oh. Okay. Are the hammocks in a communal area?
Yes.
Like. No. This is not a story for a communal area. We need to find somewhere.
Cool.
I have
Well,
a story.
Lucky for you, I have a map of the boat. So
Yay.
let me scroll to the top of this freaking million-page document. You can choose to. Where's the map?
No map.
Is it not at the top of the 50 trillion page document?
It is, but it's the wrong one, and I'm so annoyed at myself. Oh my gosh! So I had a dream that like 7 different people had the D&D name High Hopes Low Rolls, and I got really upset. So
I think that's probably true.
yeah.
Hey, also, by the way, why is our roll spelt like as in like role playing rather than like dice rolling?
It's
Well,
funny.
What's more? So you can go to the gun deck. You can go to the hold. You can go to the gallery. Right now, you guys are in sort of like sleeping quarters right below the main deck. You can go up to the top deck, poop deck. Listen, Master, I'm not reading this off a list. Sure.
Is there anyone on this?
Cargo hold, gallery, top deck,
And the poop deck.
and the poop deck.
Is there anyone on the top deck?
Yes, there's probably crew, but it's busier.
Where's nobody?
After some walking around the boat with leading a big, slightly disenfranchised Loran around with you.
Franchise.
Very, very funky word. You eventually find there is no one in the. It's only one person in the cargo deck, and people in the gallery are kind of like people making work. Okay, the cargo deck is empty.
Cargo deck, let's go.
Okay, so you kind of go down the steps, and there is this large wooden door, which is slightly ajar, and through it's large enough that you could definitely transport goods. The whole way down here is definitely large enough that you could get large boxes, crates, whatever through. And you can just see in, and there's basically just like a maze of crates and like boxes. You can't see into any of them, so you don't know what the cargo actually is. But you can see it pretty hidden.
Okay.
Good.
Go inside.
I'll be BRB.
Okay.
Oh. Bye.
No stress.
It's covered in tea now. Oh.
Okay.
That was me earlier.
Guys, how D&D is. Lily.
Wait. Yes.
Start.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi!
I don't think we can hear.
No.
Oh.
How can I? No, we're good.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, we're in the. Okay. Ryan's gonna find a nice comfy box to sit on because standing is difficult. And just say,
Okay.
got a story. Yes. Okay. How drunk is Loran, by the way?
He rolled a 30 on his drunk check, so he's fine. Essentially, pretty sober.
Okay.
He's pretty anti-sober.
I mean, this is not wrong.
Right. Okay. This is not the state that I wanted to be in, telling this story, but this is this is the situation and the only opportunity. So I have to tell the story properly.
Please,
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm here to listen if you have any worries.
I was gonna tell you about the necklace that I gave you many months ago. Yes.
I do remember, yes.
Okay.
And I recall you asked me to destroy it too.
You destroyed it completely.
I sent it somewhere. It will not be.
Well, I don't know if I was correct in asking you to destroy it, but separating it from you seemed like a good idea.
I will admit that I have been curious about this myself. I wasn't sure what to make of it, especially seeing as you'd been gone for quite some time by this point.
That was actually not something that I knew about, because to us it only felt like a few hours. We got employed by a certain group of people, and in order to join this group, we had to do a trial, and during this trial, I met the person who gave me that necklace about I'm trying to do maths in my head, hold on, about 8 years ago, and I haven't seen him since then. But
And you believe this man to be dangerous? Or some kind of threat to yourself or myself?
I didn't originally. I never thought that he was particularly dangerous, but I wouldn't have counted myself as the best judge of character back then anyway. But
Wait, so Loran thinks about the kinds of people you're surrounding yourself with now and still wonders whether you're still a good judge of character. You have an insight, you can read it on his face. Continue.
there was a time when you probably know that I didn't have many friends or any kind of contact growing up, except one person who came to the palace every autumn, and his name was Karul, and he was a trader from Kalkan who worked for my family, and he was probably my only friend from when I was very young until I was about 20. And during this time, he taught me how to use certain types of magic that my father didn't agree with. But I trusted him and I cared for him more than I did my own family. And during this time, he gave me that necklace and said to me, as long as I felt that way about him, I would keep it on me. And then I might have had an accident with the magic that he taught me, and he was vanished from the sky. And I haven't seen him since then. And I saw him again in the trial that we were in. And at first I was happy to see him. But when I was asked to make a decision between him and between you and between Cass, my parents, and Shu, I had to sacrifice one of you to continue in the trial. I chose him, and when I did, I saw a vision that was full of blood and fire, and he was laughing at me, and he said that I was nothing without him. When I came out of the trial, it felt like it had not been very long, but it had been 3 months. And the first thing I did was contact you, because I realized giving you that necklace was a huge mistake.
So if I understand this right, this man was some sort of father figure to you. You looked at him like a mentor of sorts. So, if you ask me, there's nothing wrong with learning from him. There's nothing wrong with realizing your weaknesses and working on them, but you aren't nothing without this man. You're so much more than nothing. I mean, you're the world for some people.
I don't know if I would call it a father figure, because I thought for a very long time that I might have really loved this person. And I've realized recently that that was not the case. And I really shouldn't have, I guess, given him any connection to you. And that's why I wanted to take the necklace away.
So this necklace was a gift from... Okay, I think I understand this a little bit better. All-Star, I'm not upset if you're worried. It was something like that.
I might have been quite worried.
And I won't lie to you. You had your secrets. I still have mine. So, thank you for sharing this with me. And know that it means a lot that you trust me with this story and this part of your life.
I just hope that nothing would happen to you because of what I did. But at the same time, I sacrificed him, and I guess symbolically killed him, and I am still concerned over what that meant for the real Karul and what I've done to him.
Him also to be dead.
I don't think he's dead, but I don't think he is here. I don't know if this makes sense, but when I tried to scry for him, it didn't work. But when I sent a message to him, Astra said it went through, but he didn't reply. So I have no idea where he is.
Well, I have studied magic for quite some time. I can tell you 2 things. The first is, if you use magic to try and find someone, and they truly don't want to be found, there are ways to guard against that. There are places you can go, objects you can use. This might be a case of that exactly. However, there are other things as well. If they are, for example, on another plane of existence. Are you aware of the system of planes and alternate
Somewhat.
reality?
Yes.
So, for example, if I wanted to contact my father, I cannot use simple magics. He lives in the Feywild. I'm sure you've seen through the crystal in my room.
Yes, I guess.
So, in that way, he may still be alive. Sorry, my computer's about to die. Oh, man. Oh, okay. He may still live. And maybe it's just he's just decided it isn't time for united. The second thing, and this is a reality you may have to face, considering what you did in the trial, is that he could possibly be dead.
I
But
really hope.
But that doesn't mean that it was your fault. It doesn't mean that you had any hand in it.
I mean, he wasn't. Looking back, he wasn't the nicest person, perhaps, but it doesn't mean he deserved for me to kill him.
Well, if he's from Kalkan, he's probably not going to be that nice, full stop. You know. Actually, this Shamrock fellow is a bit of an anomaly. He's not what I expected.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
But if you ask me, any one of us could have a profound impact on the world just by getting on a different boat in the morning, just by choosing different courses. Just because it's the course of action that you took doesn't mean that there wasn't another 100 alternate realities to do preventing something happening to him, preventing the distance between you. Does that make sense?
I am sure when I recollect it in the morning, it was. But it's not that I want to look for him for certain reasons. I just don't want to be the person who killed him. So I would like to find out what that trial meant and what that vision had in mind for the future.
I'm sure you'll find out.
One way or another.
One way or another. I think my door just went, so I'm going to look out the window and see if there's a DPD van real quick. I'm going to see me look, because...
A minor package intermission.
Package intermission.
I have a thing this evening and I need a long dress for it. I don't have it, so...
Oh.
I know, cutting edgy. As you guys continue your conversation, you discuss various things. Loran frowns for a moment, and he looks around and he says, just 1 second. No, I think we're okay. Sorry, I thought I heard someone come. And
Did you roll to see if you heard someone come in? What was that?
yeah,
I'm in the room.
yeah, NPCs don't get a free pass.
What? I thought you meant in real life. Okay, never mind.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, my package is here. Wait a minute, is my package here? Hold on. 12?
No,
Alright, I think that's the package.
It's gone too far, man. We staged an intervention.
That's so funny. I was gonna say NPCs don't get a free pass, so they
It's like,
have
wow,
to
it's really taking the game pretty seriously.
No.
Inspiring.
I think it's not, inspiring is a word if it's that. So,
Wait, if he said that, can I make a roll to see? Or
what do you think he was rolling for?
seeing if there's anyone nearby or hearing
Okay,
footsteps.
roll a
Perception?
perception.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I need to find that sheet. Perception.
I don't actually have to look at the sheet.
Plus 8. It's 20. It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You don't hear anyone coming. You hear the sort of a hum of people up above deck. You hear
What about the mole? Is the mole?
the mole is not there. No.
I hate that.
Don't worry, the mole is on the raven. I'm on the cat. I change into cat.
I do trust you to look after the mole.
I'm just getting my own character sheets up to make
I think Cass would be cuddling the mole and the cat. You're okay.
Oh, Brian can't reconcile this.
No, it's not blank again. Fuck. Sorry. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. I made a whole character sheet for this mofo. It's gone.
It is good.
You know how sometimes D&D Beyond will just delete everything on a character sheet? Well, it's done that. So Loran is just...
Loran's gone. He's been
I've got
erased.
Kira's character sheet here. No one else. Yes, Kira's got a sheet. I may love her. Anyway, so... No, I'm gonna say it's plus a lot. So, no, he still doesn't find anything. But yeah, you hear just the hum of daily life on the ship. Sounds of the sea.
During the night?
It is nighttime.
Okay. What time is it?
Like literally midnight around this point.
Okay.
As far as you can tell. One thing before we go. Seeing as you were honest with me, I'll share one thing. It's about my brother. And you must have noticed that he doesn't like me very much. I don't really give a shit, but for some reason he has a chip on his shoulder, and I've been wondering a while about that. And I think the reason to, I don't know, give you some kind of peace is because of you. That, yes, you. He kind of smiles.
I thought it was he had some connection to Neff. I didn't think he had any problem with me, to be honest. Well, I mean, he wasn't very nice to me when we spoke, but he doesn't seem to be very nice to many people.
No.
So.
That's my brother. He does. You're not wrong. But George, call you Georgia. The Cass
Stronger George
is very curious about this, and I think that I'm going to tell you exactly what I told her, which is those secrets are not mine to share. But there is one that is mine to share, which is that he looks at you and he sees what he was never able to. And the fact that I have it makes him jealous, I suppose, in some way. Why? You'd have to ask him.
I think Brian is finding it very difficult to comprehend why anyone is jealous. But okay. Processing.
Reading that expression on your face, he's like, I can think of a few reasons. But you're probably not in your right mind. Let's talk. Not drunk off your head, as they say.
I still blame you for passing me the drink, but it's fine.
Believe what you will. So,
okay.
As you finish up your conversation, top deck, about half an hour passes. Loran and Brian are off, and you imagine what's going on. Finding a secluded place. But
no,
you, Kaylee, Bluey, Neff. Well, no, Neff is there because you're Neff. You guys, Kaylee, Bluey, Fulmir, and I think that's everyone. Sitting. Some of the crew are beginning to go to sleep. And Shamrock, actually. And he settles down and he says, "So, I believe one of you asked me about the tears. Is this correct?"
I don't remember if we have, but yes.
Cool. You guys did send a sending asking whether Shamrock could take you to the tears. And he said...
I think that was Cass, but Cass is KO right now.
Oh, okay. And,
And Astra would have remembered having to do the sending.
Yeah, I think Cass is currently, unless someone, she's currently still where you guys all are, but she's hugging her familiar and also Dahan's familiar because he's always on my familiar, and she's like out and lightly snoring.
Love it. So with that ASMR in the background, he says, "Well, I'm just curious to know how you knew about the place. Just because it's not very well outside of Melas, very well."
Astra's gonna hold up like the Carmen Trend like prayer book. We found out a lot of things recently in our trip to Melas.
Interesting. May I see?
Sure.
He takes the book from you and just... I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know much about this religion, but I had an idea that they were linked, so thank you for confirming that for me. But, what exactly happened in Melas? Because before I tell you about the tears, I think I need to completely understand why you want to go.
I feel like that's more about more for Bluey to say, but
See.
being as Bluey is currently asleep.
Ah, yes. Well, okay. And he kind of comes and says, "The Tears of Carmentrand," that's the official name, as I found out, are a cave system hidden by this fairly turbulent, just off the northwestern coast. And it is said that only a master sailor can navigate the area by sea.
And naturally, you can.
Well, perhaps with the help of my crew and of new hires, potentially I could. But even then, what I'm interested in, what is potentially inside the caves, is heavily guarded. So, those who make it past the waterfall itself will then have to face an almost relentless onslaught of obstacles that offer no chance of rest before they can get to the treasure within. Or so the story goes. So, you see why I wanted to take a bit of time before going, potentially to prepare myself, prepare my crew, and whoever else might want to come and get a share of this.
Of course.
But reading through this, and with my basic knowledge of the world right now, Georgia is definitely recording me.
Oh no, I am 100% recording Lily. Just
Good.
that was some beautiful filming right then of Lily getting hammered in the corner.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm watching gleefully from the sidelines.
I'll send it to you all. It's very beautiful.
No. We have a ban on recording drunk Louis. Don't you remember? This is no. We don't do this anymore. It's bullying.
It's too late. I'm sending it. Sorry, continue. I'm gonna go back to.
So were we? So I can take you there, yes, but just be aware of the risk and potential reward that may come with it. If I'm completely honest with you, I'm not doing this myself. I'm going with a friend. They are interested in what might be below. So, if you wanted to go, then I'm not necessarily going to get in your way of whatever looting you. I know that is what adventurers are prone to these days. And I believe someone amongst us, he looks pointedly to Cass and grins, will not pass up the opportunity to...
At the word loot, Cass kind of goes, loot? Sits up. And
yes, friend. Yes, looting.
out.
Yes, looting. Potentially.
Astra's gonna just kind of sling her tail over and cast Lesser Restoration on Cass.
Ooh, okay. Okay. So, the drunkenness.
Am my life okay? Is it gone?
You are now no longer drunk at all.
Can't do this.
Okay. Just before it completely I am not drunk, Cass kind of starts hugging your tail as well. Mole is not drunk and wakes up.
Yeah.
Wipes a bit of drool and is like, Astra, thanks, Astra. And then kind of just sits there and is like, what did I miss?
So, Tears of Carmentrand are full of treasure, potentially.
Her
but
eyes
also
like
full of
light
many
up.
who will certainly kill us.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I believe it will be more of a risk adventure then.
All of us together, we ace everything.
Yes, you have somehow survived the trials that you've been put through.
Hey, you betted on me.
That is true.
You have faith in me.
I did.
Or you did.
I did have faith in you. And I'm sure... I believe you will still be useful to me. How does that sound?
Mutual.
Hey.
And he turns to you and he says, well, when you're done in Elduleth, I will keep in contact. I'll try and let you know when I'm planning on heading over. I have a couple of expeditions to Kalkan in the next few weeks. And I should be looking to go over there at point either in between that time or just... Anyway, I am exhausted and I think it's time for bed. I have a feeling you should go to sleep. Well, turns and leaves.
As he's leaving, Astra's gonna follow him out real quick.
Okay. He gets halfway up the stairs and hears you coming. Turns around, leans against a wall and says, is there anything I can help you with?
Just one question. You keep saying that I'm interesting. What do you mean by that?
I
My
mean,
curiosity has finally gotten the better of me. Or maybe alcohol.
I mean, I have done a lot of travelling in my time. And I know what a tiefling looks like. So, you can understand that I, better than most, would know that you're entirely okay. But if you're trying to hide it, or if you aren't comfortable with telling me now, then I'm sure put the matter to rest.
Well, if Cass trusts you, I think then that speaks highly enough of you that you already know
It did not escape my attention. May I ask, why do you hide it?
It's generally easier to pass as a tiefling than it is as a drow.
That is an injustice, don't you?
Perhaps. But we change the world in small increments.
Indeed. And those of us who cannot change the world wait for...
Half that quote cut out, but I think I understand.
You'll hear it when you watch it back, I assume.
No, it's blank on my end.
Oh no! I said, I've forgotten. Something like... I don't know, it just came out of my mouth.
I'll have to lip read.
Yeah.
So, what about you? Are you going to change the world?
Like I said, small increments.
Well, I'd like to see your progress. Anything else I can do for you?
No, have a good night.
Emma,
Yes.
does the nap that Cass just inadvertently had, does that count as like enough of a short rest that I'm like kind of renewed for? I don't think
Yeah,
I've used any spell slots anyway.
Yeah, just about.
Okay. Before Cass goes to sleep, because she will tonight, but she's gonna go and get stoned. She's gonna go find a little space up on the deck, and she's gonna do that.
We decided it was dexterity checks.
Did we? I didn't know if we'd decided that. Cool. Let's do that.
You have the tools. Yeah.
Yes.
You have all the equipment. Okay,
Yeah.
then you can do dexterity or your strength plus proficiency.
Okay, then I'll do. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Just because it's the nature of the
Yeah.
first roll.
18.
18, cool. So you start the process,
Yeah.
and it goes. The desired effect is achieved like halfway.
Okay. How long does that take?
With an 18, it only takes about 20 minutes to sort of get a basic.
Okay. I'll stay for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, so
Getting
second roll.
stoned makes me very sleepy.
Yes.
Ooh, that is a 22.
Okay, I'd say with a 22 and an 18, you finish getting stoned for one of them.
Okay.
You get through one of the getting stoned.
Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Yes, you go to sleep. It's about 40 minutes after everyone else manages to find some rest. Neff and Astra, are you two also going to sleep, or is there anything else we should do?
Oh yeah, just straight to sleep.
Kaylee and Olmir kind of just chatting for a little bit longer. Kaylee again keeping him awake, and eventually he and she's like, and she falls and you all sleep. You have a long rest. Well done.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
One question. Let me just check my notes. I forgot. Oh yeah. I was gonna ask on the way back to the hammocks. I was gonna ask Loran. You were gonna say something to me back in the shop before Cass and Neff interrupted. What was that?
Oh, just that I'm glad you're alive. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Also, I was gone. I'm completely blacked out now.
So you all sleep, and then a troglodyte comes and eats you all.
Wait, what? How did I miss?
You wake up in the morning, whatever order you choose. The sky is a kind of dull pinky blue. It's pretty cold. You're really getting into the middle of winter now, and you come to when you come round, there aren't many people in the main sort of sleeping area, but you gradually make your way to the top deck, and those who get there first will see about 3 kilometers out, and ahead of you are a cluster of small but not unsubstantial islands, which appear to have a number of man-made structures on them, and rope bridges and wooden walkways linking islands themselves to create this sort of one larger structure, sort of bridging the gap that the geography of these islands posed. And just beyond that, up on the tall sort of sandstone cliffs, be a flat plain. And every now and again, as waves sort of push against it and the wind blows, you see the sand sort of blow off the edge. Behind you, you see the sort of the green sea, the sort of wall of trees has kind of faded to like a very, very small, just a line in the distance. And then following that line around, you see mountains. But it appears the area you're in now, or the area you're approaching, which you know would be Eldrelith's Watch, the capital city. Not capital city, the sort of royal city, is sort of a flat desert-like plain, which you know is the result of magic. When the dragon plague was expelled from Prayer. Oh wait, my package is here. Fuck yeah. Okay, I'll be back.
Well, so much for that narration.
Because it's all over. Good game, guys.
What's that? I see a package out there!
Oh,
How are you holding up, Lily?
I have such a bad headache.
I am kind of not surprised.
It's fine. It's really. It's not. You need to keep Brian drunk because I'm not. You can't cast Raider Restoration on me. It's not gonna work.
That's a restoration.
We need some IRL restoration.
Yeah, he's immune, so it's gonna carry over, and it's gonna be great. Looking at you, Cass.
I'm back. Hi.
I was
Welcome
very
back.
quick.
Welcome back, Captain.
I was very quick.
I'm on the 3rd floor.
Package
Yeah.
up the port bow.
I'm on the port bow. Okay. That's enough description. You get it. Land.
You get it, land. Alright, putting that in the notes.
There we go. Feels better now that I've got these ones. So,
Wow, I need to turn you down. Holy crap.
sorry. Listen to my voice. Listen to your god.
I don't like your choice.
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of breath. Right. So
Yeah, we get
I'm
it.
just trying to
Land.
remember what we do. I do know what we're doing.
Land who?
Yeah. So you see the land, and you know that the magic, the sort of the plane that exists here, is a result of magic. Sorcerer, Leoberos, who all of you know, because this is one of the most famous stories in Apraean history, was a sorcerer who led a group of paladins to Bahamut, and like 1 or 2 to Tiamat, to expel the dragons from Apraea and from the world. And the final stand was here with the dragon Eldrelith, as he set up a barrier which sort of made the land barren and trapped all the dragons or expelled them. Those who attempted to re-enter the barrier were turned to stone. And you remember that part of the story as you look over, and some of you who haven't maybe been to Eldrelith before notice just bump in the flat plains a grey, sort of large, gargantuan figure, statue, but you know better than that, of a dragon in the distance, splayed, petrified ground. And this did sound better without the headphones.
This is getting the echo, and that ain't great. So, you sail past, and Shamrock comes over to you. You notice Flora, the quartermaster, Kira, the navigator. Kira's dangling ropes, tied it around one of her feet, and she's just kind of swaying upside down. But as she sways,
I might also have a parcel. Might have to run in a second.
As she sways in the boat, Flora will try and initiate conversation with her. But when she sways away, Flora. And Shamrock comes over to you after passing them briefly. Says, so, essentially, we're not actually allowed, legally, to pull up to Eldrelith's Watch. So you have two options. We can pull into the Pirate Isles right here. It's much nicer than the name would make it sound. Or you can attempt to make your way there as yourselves, with whatever magical means, equipment you may have. So,
I like the sound of the Pirate Isles. I've never met a pirate in real life before.
no, I mean, you wouldn't want to meet a pirate in real life.
Yar!
They don't go yar. They go more. And then,
okay.
take everything you've worked to build. So,
Will sound like baggage.
I mean, so you can choose whether you want to pull into the Pirate Isles, and Shamrock explains that pulling into the Pirate Isles would mean him dropping you off there, taking a towboat to a smuggler's cove, and then making your way up through a series of passages.
No, I vote magic. Magic sounds
Which
great.
were
But the pirate sounds like fun.
No, Neff doesn't get.
I've always wanted to see a pirate.
No, Neff, you don't want to see a pirate.
dragon that you guys battled lived beneath the ground and swallowed for years, and it's been really
I
cool.
have
Because magic carpet, so you're gonna fly. You don't get them, you fly.
No, we have a big flying cat and a flying carpet. Great.
Cass! Oh, there's Cass.
Oh, what happened there?
Cass casts Blink and blinks up from the earth.
Bear with, I don't know what's going on.
I'll show you.
Hey!
Blinks back.
You roll your above a 20. So, as you all are deciding, and I'm assuming you're going to go with the magic carpet option because you don't want to let me have that.
I vote pirates!
No, you gave us magic carpet and gave me flying carpet.
No, I'm joking.
Same formation as when we got on the boat?
Yes. Because you've already pre-established
Formation.
you can whip out things, you can turn people into birds, and you can get on a carpet, and it's all fine. And 4 minutes.
Is anyone getting really bad feedback?
I think that's from Cass's end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave
Brian!
Hey.
Brian!
You get on the carpets because I can't fathom us not getting through this session today at least. So
The feedback's still really bad.
I think it's from George's microphone picking up us.
I think it is George.
I reckon it's probably me.
Maybe if you put headphones in.
It's because I don't have my headphones for my laptop. I can go on my phone and then.
No, that's fine. Why don't you, when we're talking, you can just mute the microphone so we don't hear it. And then when you want to speak, you can just turn it off.
saying Cass woke up early and got a little stoned.
Okay, roll.
16.
Okay. Take a little bit
I'll
longer.
roll again.
35 minutes or so. Good.
And a 6.
So actually, the getting stoned, you were getting stoned on, actually breaks.
Okay, well, I'm going to roll one more time and we'll see. We'll try again.
With the 6, it did take you about another 30 minutes. Point before it
Okay. But this one's not. Is this one complete or no?
No, it looks like you're gonna have to start again.
Okay, I'm starting again then.
Okay.
14.
You get a basic good, like, manage to rework remaining stone a bit, but it's and it's
Okay.
taking you over an hour.
Yeah, now everyone's up, so she's gonna stop.
So, as you all fly up, you leave the crew behind. George Shamrock waves and gives a salute to Astra and gives a wink to Cass. And then he just
Cass winks back.
Bad linking in this game.
did you bring your hands with you?
Yes, to hands is as always. It's mine. Obviously, my mole. My familiar is now a raven again, and the mole is once again flying on it.
Brian's not happy.
All of you.
I asked Brian do you want me to leave the mole on the ship? This is out of earshot of the familiars.
Do you ask
No,
Brian?
Brian.
Neff? Because Neff is the.
Yeah, Neff kind of controls
Oh
it.
yeah, it's Neff's. Neff, do you still want the mole?
Well, isn't the mole a mole?
It is a mole. Yeah.
Does the mole know that we know that it's a mole?
We haven't said that to it.
Maybe we should keep
At
taking
all.
it along then. Just for now.
Okay. If at any point we want to get rid of it, I'll get my familiar to dump it somewhere.
I'm not going to stop Shun from eating the roll. I'm just saying, so like, keep the distance.
Okay, so then.
Okay.
Yeah. As you fly up, raven to hands. Some people are birds. Some people are like Harry Potter with the griffin. What's it called? With the hippogriff.
Hippogriff.
Like flying, like woo. And some of you are like Aladdin and Jasmine. You make your way up over the seas, away from the boat, and you begin to get a better view, because before it was just like a line of what Eldrelith's Watch actually is, and you do see in better view as after about 5 minutes of flying and finally just about over the cliff edge, about 3 kilometers to the south away from where you're going, is this blade form of that petrified dragon, waiting and watching, its head pointed toward what you guys eventually see rising up from the ground like a tiered city, with slightly curved in or sloped in sandstone walls, tall, square, sort of rounded building. So this one larger domed structure with an orange roof on top. Above it, beside it, there are 2 smaller versions of the same turret, flags, which are pitch black, flying. Across the front of the entrance, there is a large gate, which All-Star and Cass would remember as being the entrance, where the shades, the slums outside of Eldritch Watch used to be. But now they seem to have mostly dispersed, or at least relocated. The area that you know was fairly dense around the Blood Sands, the sort of fighting pit which exists outside of Eldrelith, is now sparse and as if Shantytown. The Blood Sands is still there, and you fly over it as you make your way in, and you see a sort of familiar sight. Slightly different. See this sort of like huge, half giant fighting again. Two or three smaller. One sort of just generally buff-looking dwarven woman in golden armor, which is sort of scratched and dented, and she roars. And as she goes to swing back, she looks up and she sees your car flying, and she's like, "The fuck?" And then beside her, you see a small child with black hair who runs up to the half giant, just opens her mouth and starts chewing him in an attempt to do what you do not know. And then you see someone you do recognize, and someone who some of you thought missing for quite some time. Police chieftain of Eldrelith's Watch, Shiraleth Quinn, who you guys would know was a very stoic human with no magical abilities, but with, a very good sense of is levitating off the ground and firing lightning. Then you fly over, and it's great. Fun little...
We established that in the last time. He thinks he's a god,
He thinks
right?
And the child has a void in him. Ow! That hurt. It really burned. Oh my... So...
Are you on the bevs as well then, Emma?
Sorry? What? Who?
Are you on the bevs there as well?
Oh, it's tea. Very, very hot. Thermos is working too well. You fly over and all these memory stuff. And those of you who haven't been here before, which I think maybe Astra and Nephew haven't. I don't know about Bluey. But everyone else seems to be less than impressed they've been here. Loran doesn't really care for this city either.
Just casual.
It's a fairly and looks nice, looks clean. Not like what you expected, and definitely not like Ironstone. Ironstone's a bit shabby. There's a bit rough around the edges. And you fly over, and after a while, you start to hear from... Wait, stop! Who are you? Calm down! And as you flying over, and the voices hear them, you get the impression there is attention flying above the city at the moment.
Wait, we get what impression? What did you say?
You get the impression that you're attracting a lot of attention
Oh, okay.
flying above.
Maybe we should land. That would be...
Cass is loving it, and she's kind of doing her approximation of a royal wave, and she's got a strong zero in the other hand, and she's like, woohoo!
They
Not
are
realistic.
the guards are doing their approximation of a wave, which is waving their
Sorry?
the guards are doing their approximation.
Oh, is it the guards doing it? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was just people. Yeah.
Can you
maybe
go
we
through
should
the
land.
notes? They should put the headphones back in.
Yeah,
Can
that's
you guys
fine.
hear me okay, or should I put the headphones back in?
Yeah.
Maybe headphones.
Is it just Emma that keeps cutting out, or does it? Because no one else cuts out for me.
I think it's only Emma for me.
Yeah,
I'm
it's just
gonna
Emma.
hang
Those are still really bad.
The DM is called. Let's party. Oh no.
Better?
The recoil call
Yeah.
by Connor.
Hello. My name's Emma, and this is what I've written in my notes. Magi, a guard, 30 foot and bluey. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. So,
Let's
the
land.
guards, you land, and you're immediately surrounded by 5 guards who are like, no.
Wait for Ender. Brian's been drinking this whole time. by
I
the
just
way,
wanted to
because
see
he
a pirate.
Cool. Oh, no. Wait, what? Pirates? I'm
No,
very
no
confused.
pirates. Ender assumed the archivist. He has a party. We're invited.
Oh. when you say that, they go like, oh, okay.
Have you guys
Sure.
also been invited?
Yes, anyone he's ever met, almost.
Oh,
And
yes, my little Ender.
Brian's just laughing. It's really funny.
we're not going, but I mean, one of us can show you there, I guess, if you want.
That'd be great.
And immediately, everyone disperses except for the one guy who's there, who's like, "Wait, no, not me! No, don't make me go!" And he's like,
I pass
Roll
him
for
a
recap.
strong 0 and say,
I
think
can't
you're
drink
really
on the
good.
job. I can't. I've got to keep the people.
Well, if you're going to a party, are you technically off the job?
Mhm.
I'm not. I can't. Please don't make me go.
We have to go. I mean, it seems fair.
Your burden is not mine to bear.
Please.
You know, he's got a point.
Okay, I'll take you there, and then I'll like see. I'll stay for like a bit, and then I'll go.
And then I pass him a strong 0.
We
He
take the pressure off us.
holds it and does nothing, and begins to lead you.
And
And he
I
says-
say, you know you want to drink, and I roll a persuasion.
Ooh.
Yeah, roll a persuasion check for sure.
Oh, that was a piss poor one. That was 10.
10. He's like, I mean, while I need this, if I'm ever going to have another conversation with that boy, I cannot. I'm sorry.
And
Thank you for your kind generosity.
I take it back then. And I down it.
Great. Cool. Roll. No, you down the whole thing? How big is it?
All the cans. Because I've got like flagons which are like this big, but this is just like an average one.
Okay, then you don't have to roll Constitution, but you feel it. So you make your way forward, and he says, "So who are you people again? You might be on the guest list."
Well, group name is the Assisters, but
Okay.
usually we go.
You're one of those adventuring parties.
We are. But we're a
Ah.
legitimate one, thanks to the Crown Prince.
Cool.
Cass is just
I'm-
enjoying some legitimacy, so she's making that note.
I'm a city guard. I'm very boring. My name is Momsversvald. It's pleased to meet you.
Oh, Momsversvald! I've never heard that name before.
Really? It's the most popular name in Eldrelith.
Oh,
it's my
really? I
favorite
had
name
no
in
idea.
Utrecht.
Shall I roll
Yeah.
deception?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, and then we really need to just get going to this fucking
Yeah.
party. Sorry. 12.
12. He's like, are you making fun of me? This is my father's name and my mother's name.
And it's a beautiful name.
Yeah. My grandfather, Dad Svesveld, was really upset when they called them Momsversveld. Sorry, no, I'm shitposting. Right, so you go to the party. Momsversveld reluctantly leads you there. He leads you up to these sort of the gates of the palace, which are guarded by some very much more legitimate and better dressed guards than Momsversveld here, who sort of cross their spears in front of the entryway to the door, and they say, "Who goes there?"
Oh, is this like one of those riddle games? Oh, which one tells the truth?
We've got good experience with that.
Who are you people?
Is Ender in?
Oh,
We're the sisters!
just go. I don't. And they open the door, and they kind of push you through, and Momsversveld gets pulled in. With it. And the doors close behind you. And you're in the sort of courtyard.
I
of
think
the
that one
palace.
was the one that tells the truth every time.
be quiet. Friend's done.
If you remember, before when you came here, there was some large steps that lead up to the main palace itself, and as you ascend those, you notice there are balloons like going up them, and you guys wonder how good friends Pico Taro and Ender must be that he allowed him to do this. You sort of instinctively go towards the biggest door, where you assume the party is going to be, where the Great Hall is. And then you see a sign, a little paper sign hand drawn that says "Party this way" with an arrow pointing left. And you look left, and it's a tiny little door for like one person at a time. And you open it, and you make your way through, and it's a little servants' corridor and a spiral staircase. And you guys go up, and you keep going up, and you keep going up, and then you finally make it to a set of double doors, and you push through, and there is this. I've got to do Ender's voice in a minute. There is this square sort of room, which looks like it was a pantry or some sort of like spare bedroom or something like disused. They've moved all the furniture out of it. Hi! Oh my gosh! Hi! Why are all dads the same when it comes to D&D?
He said hi, but you.
I could tell.
Hi.
And you enter in this room. There are balloons and orange and gold and blue, and you see about 10 people in there, and it seems like a pretty good turnout considering how many people seemingly didn't want to go to this party. You see some people who you recognize. First of all, Cass and All-Star. You see a tiefling with skin like... Don't do this, I gotta describe it. With obsidian tin skin. I can't. Blackened obsidian skin, with flaming red hair, who stands next to a rosy-cheeked human holding a glass of what is quite obviously water, and this tiefling is pulling the alcohol out of their other hand and putting it down. There is a child sitting on his shoulders, drawing something on the man's face in a little charcoal, and he doesn't seem to really care. Next to them is a tall red dragonborn. A tall red dragonborn wearing this sort of really exquisite armor and a pretty vicious looking greatsword on his back. And he stands beside. A really small. No. Okay, give me a second to breathe, because this is a lot for me.
I'm very excited.
With this game, I have completed the trifecta. You see a small, green-skinned, wrinkled-looking, kind of feral-looking humanoid, really short, with this blackened hair, but it's balding, and he's kind of and he's and he's physically shaking. But he's wearing quite nice clothes compared to before. And in between them is a cage, but it's got a covering on it. And every now and again, this cage just kind of shakes and jerks to the side. And every time it does, Chrism, because it's Chrism, guys, it's Chrism. It's ah!
Oh boy.
It's too beautiful.
And
is Gondo there? That's the question.
you do not see Gondo immediately. But as you enter into the room, before anyone quite notices you're there, you do see there is a double set of doors, glass doors, which are kind of leading out onto a balcony. And it looks a bit like Juliet's balcony with these beautiful flowing curtains, which just flow in the wind. And the doors are opened, and standing on the balcony looking off into the distance wistfully is Gondo, the human rogue / cleric. He's wearing these blue and silver vestiges of hermit, and every now and again he looks to the distance and sneaks a look back to Shrekamus, his one true love, the red dragonborn. And so there are a few other people in there, and as you enter they nod to you. But of the Chrism Collective, as you formerly knew it, these are the only two who actually wanted to go. So, it's enough. You enter into...
Conspicuously absent.
Well, yeah, though, she did not decide to go.
Was absolutely not.
And then the boy of the hour pops up out of nowhere, from behind a table. He's wearing these orange and gold robes. And as he does, he's like, "Oh my gosh, guys, it's you! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you were able to make it. Hi, hello. Oh my gosh, new friend." And he goes up to Neff and he waves.
Hi!
I'm like,
Oh my god.
Neff is into it.
Hi.
"Hi, my name is Ttrpg.
Hi, Ender.
I'm
My
the
name is
archivist.
Neff.
Hi, Neff.
Hi,
Pleased to
Ender.
meet you. Hi. I'm 19 years old today. How exciting is that? Look how many people turned up. Last year it was like so many less than this."
And Neff looks around at the 10 people in attendance. Oh, you don't say.
Ready to burst with excitement. And he goes over to Cass and he's like, "Cass, I missed you. Do you remember the last time we met and I was like dying, but then you guys saved me?"
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And I give him a hug.
He hugs you. He's like, "Ee." He goes over to All-Star and he's like, "Hey, Brian."
Does he still have the eyes on his palm?
He does still have the eyes on his hands.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's kind of gotten used to them now.
Yeah, Brian's making his
"Oh,
end.
Brian." He
Happy
ignores
birthday.
you. And he's like, "Hey," hugs you around the waist and is like,
Oh god, touch. Okay.
You notice that you're about the same height now.
How short is Ender?
He actually's got a couple of inches on you now, almost. He's just a
Ooh.
bit taller. You're a short boy. You're 5'6", 5'7".
5'6". Fine.
Yeah, he's about
It's
5'7",
impressive.
5'8". And then he turns and he's like, "Astra! Oh my gosh, I've heard so much about you. I've always wanted to meet you. Hi, Ttrpg."
Hi. And instead of
Hi.
she's just gonna hug him.
Oh, I haven't had someone actually hug me in so long, other than Cass, just then, 3 seconds ago. But like, you know. Oh my
Edna,
gosh.
happy birthday.
Thanks. I'm
Got a
so...
little present for you.
Really?
This is
What?
from me, Brian, and Loran, and I put it in, and it has been wrapped. It's not just the glasses, I wrapped it up.
What is this?
Well, you have to open it to see.
Oh, is that how presents work? I've never had one before.
Oh, that's
This is devastating.
He pulls off the wrapping. He's like, "Glasses."
The glasses are true seeing.
He starts crying. He's bawling. He takes off his glasses, and his eyes are much smaller than you would have expected. He puts on yours. He's like, "Wow."
And I
Everything
call over to
looks the
Shrek,
same.
and I say, "Shrek, we need some boba. We need some tea."
And as he turned, he's like, "Ah, yes. It's been too long since we last met. I can definitely, with the grace of Bahamut, give you some tea." And he turns and he pulls out, like, 2 hands full of oolong milk tea with a milk foam. And he passes around bubble tea to all of you who wish to accept it. And as he approaches Neff and Bluey and Astra, he says, "Hello, my name is Shrekamus Vitasion.
Nice
I
to
am-
meet you, Shrekimus Vitessimo.
Good. Yes, I am happy to meet you too. Would you like some bubble tea?"
Oh no, thank
I
you.
would
Go
love
straight to my waist.
Okay. And he gives Astra some tea, and he just puts one next to you. And he's like, "Son," and Chrism says, "Yes, father."
Can't do.
He says, come and welcome the others." And he's like, "Mm." And Prism hobbles up.
Prism, how's it going?
"Mm, I'm still alive somehow. Against all odds, I live again.
Well, I would hope so. I'm sure your father's protecting you.
I haven't seen the other 2 fathers in quite some time.
Oh.
Who are
I-
the other 2 again?
One
It
was the blonde man with the pointy ears. And one was the king, or the prince, or some sort of royal, I don't remember.
Very good.
But I haven't seen them in a long time. Shrekamus has been, has been taking care of me.
And he's in a cage, yes?
What? Don't ask me about the cage. Please, don't make me do it again. And it.
No, that was me asking Emma.
No. He's outside of the cage.
Right.
The cage is next to him and it's covered up and you guys don't know what's in there yet.
Ooh.
Okay.
And as you guys begin your conversation, the tiefling kind of pours out the alcohol that her husband was attempting to drink. And sort of just gives him like a slap on the arm and walks over to you guys and like, she comes up to you and she's like, "Hey guys, how you doing? It's been so long."
We fist bump.
Hell yeah.
Hi,
So-
nice to meet you.
Hi again. Hi. Hello. My name's Avril.
Nice to meet you.
And
I'm
I
Nev.
No, hi Ned, hi Astra. It's basically a lot of small talk at this point. You know, you guys are getting to know each other. You know, it's a lot of fun. You guys are just having a nice little chat. And everyone is telling you about her life, how she escaped the Thieves Guild with her husband and her child and killed her grandmother who was a demon and then went to live in the Feywild and all the fun they have. They live in a tree house. And she's like, yeah, no, it's great around there. I mean, every now and again you see like werewolves or like you see these like fairies that want to kind of like eat you. I mean, we just kill them and then we eat them and it's fine. So
Sounds legit.
yeah, it's fun. You should go sometime. Feywild is great. I mean, it's great. It's fine, but it's yeah. So what have you guys been up to? You guys look amazing, first of all, because you are still all in this beautiful regalia. You notice you're very much better dressed than everyone else here. And there's a sort of swelling of pride, because everyone is clearly wearing their best, but you guys look the best, so.
Wait, isn't Nev just wearing her regular dress?
Still looks good.
Exception to the rule, as in everything.
Well, everyone know. We've had some more adventures. Good. We're still alive, so yay to us. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I was just gonna put my present on the table. I think we're gonna do those in a minute. Ender, and she calls over to Ender, and he's like, "Yes," and she's like, "Should we do presents like now? Because I really want to give mine to you. It's really good." And he's like, "Okay," and he like gathers everyone, and he's like, "Hey, okay." So I'm really excited to see what you guys got me. And that was a bit chrism. And he's like,
I'm
sort of like,
scared to see what everyone knows. And
Yeah, Brian's taken a few steps back. He's just like,
yeah, as is Cass. She is like.
I have a great present.
okay,
She's like,
so. Oh, okay. I was waiting for you to finish what you were saying, George, but it's okay.
Cass and Brian have taken a good.
I pushed Loran back as well because he has no idea what he's in for.
Lauren is like, I have no idea what's going on.
I'm gonna pull Astra. Neff, I'm just like, whatever.
Whatever.
Okay.
I was gonna kind of like pull Thelmir, who's like.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has no idea what's going on either, and is in an uncomfortable
You
position.
just basically. Neff is at the front. We all step back, and Neff is just still there, like, what?
Yeah. So you all take a step back, leaving Neff in the middle of the room. Avrilne is just kind of like leaning against the table, like this is gonna be really good. And Shrek is like, I shall present my gift first. I brought this a long way for you, and requested it specifically because I think you would enjoy it, like I enjoy my son, Chrism. And he pulls the cloth off of the cage, and inside is a kobold who looks. It's a tiny dragon-like humanoid, a bit more dragon than Shrekamus is, about the same size as Chrism, and it's got this like wild feral look in its eye, and it's foaming at the mouth, and it's like.
And I turn to Shrek and I'm like, Shrek, have you been collecting pets again?
Like, This one is not for me. I could not handle it, so I'm giving it to Ender. I thought it would be good for Chrism to have a brother, but he didn't want one. And so... Aelin, just... This is what our last campaign was like. I thought I should tell you that now.
It's very... Yeah, our last campaign was fucking...
It was just shit personal.
Trial by fire.
That was basically... Queenie was trying... She was, like, religious, but was basically trying to just accumulate slaves under the guise of...
People as well.
Like, people. Like, prison. She was like, I'm gonna get an army of goblins. Like...
It's just... Anyone who's got, like, an intelligence of over, like... 10 know that kobolds are sentient, free-thinking, humanoid-esque beings similar to goblins, but this is just one that's been caged and is
literally Astra reacting to. Oh my god, they're trying to give this thing, this person over to the foaming at the mouth creature to this boy.
Oh dear.
Loran is like, oh shit, this is interesting. I don't know how I feel. And Ender is like, oh, is this what presents are like? I don't think I want any more.
No, Ender, look at the glasses. That's what a present is.
Okay, and he's like, there's like tears cooling at the bottom of the glasses. I do want to reiterate, the person who played Shrekamus, Queenie, did specifically request to give him a kobold.
I did reckon that
she did ask, what is goblin adjacent? And I said kobolds, and she was like, he'll take 2. But
I'm going to attempt to charm the kobold just so that it stops distressing Ender.
Sure.
And then after that we'll see about trying to free it.
So how are you charming him?
I cast charm person.
Cool. Works. Roll your...
I think it's a spell save.
Yeah. Oh! What's your spell DC?
It's a 16.
Oh my gosh, he rolled a 15! So he still fails. But yeah.
Okay.
He immediately stops and is like...
And I'm just gonna say, like, calm. And then we'll deal with that in a bit. This is Ender's birthday, and I really don't want Ender completely stressed.
Thank you, Cass.
And Ender is like, okay.
I feel like
I'm gonna
visibly
put the
disturbed by
blanket
this.
back over the cage.
Okay. Ender is physically less distressed. Who's next?
Ender, I have a present for you! Now, for context,
Okay.
do you remember that card that Neff bought from Sobek for like 1 silver or something? Or 1 gold or whatever it was?
Oh yeah! I remember, I know.
He just like wrote happy birthday on like the front or whatever it was. So she's drawn like a little flower with like a smiley face, holding out a cake, and the cake has a smiley face, and then she's drawn like 2 little clouds above the sunflower, both with smiley faces, and a little rainbow in between with a smiley face.
That's so cute. Okay.
And it's got
So
a nice
you-
little message inside.
Oh. You pass the card. Ender like takes it like shakily, like, there's nothing. It's not gonna like explode or anything, is it?
Well, I don't think so, but I don't know. I haven't opened
Okay.
it for a while, so who knows?
Opens it like, and only when he like realizes it's not gonna explode does he bring it back and he reads it. And he's like, I knew we'd be best friends the moment we met. And he closes
Aww,
it.
and then I
he gives
give
you a big
Neff
hug,
gives
and
a
he's
big
like-
hug.
Brian's visibly disgusted. Just like,
Neff is like, while they're hugging, she's like eyeing out the kobold, like, holy moly, what the heck? This is blasphemous.
I mean, it kind of is. I don't think that Bahamut is particularly impressed with Shrekamus at the moment.
Ooh, no.
yeah,
Was he ever? That's a good question. Good point. Very good point. So, as he finishes thanking you, and he turns, everyone is like, I mean, unless anyone else has got something.
I do.
Okay, no, you go
It
first.
doesn't have Rulnay.
Sorry?
Doesn't Avril-Nay?
She's like, yeah, but no, I'll go last. It's fine.
Oh, damn it. I was going to hope to, like, offset whatever horror with Astra's, but okay.
Say
Astra.
Astra. Oh, sorry.
No, go on. I was gonna say, what's yours?
She's gonna like kind of like pull out from behind her, like, and it's got like this like kind of a slightly elaborate like knitted bow on it, and it's that hand carved flute of hers.
Oh no, that's so cute. Ender's like, I don't think I can accept this. This is too nice. I mean, what? For
That's
me?
how gifts go. Yeah.
For me? My gift? For me? Thanks! He's gonna make a performance check to see if he can use it. Hey! It's not bad! He got a 16. So he plays Frere Jacques once or twice. And he's like, wow, I can't believe I still remember that. My dad had, like, used to play it for me when he wanted me to stop talking. And I just, oh wow, this is great. Thanks, Astra.
You're welcome.
I love you.
Astra's just gonna give him a nice little like pat on the head.
Okay, cool. Maybe we're not there yet. It's fine. I get it. I come on strong sometimes. I've been told every day. Okay. And he looks around and he's like, looks over at Brian. He smiles.
Brian's gonna hold his
The glasses.
Oh, the glasses were for Brian's light, so he doesn't use them.
Something else. Oh, something
I
else.
don't know if you.
You cut out.
And I did Ender hear what we said, that it was glasses true secret?
Oh, right, yeah. So because he said everything looks the same.
Okay.
Yeah, when he put them on. Okay, then don't worry about it.
Brian's gonna put on that orange flower that blooms from his hand. He's gonna pass it over and say, "Happy birthday, Ender. It's nice to see you again."
Thanks. I've been trying to cut down on the orange, but it's really hard. I think I need to find like a new religion or thing because apparently people don't like mine anymore. Whoops. But thank you. And did the Astra Neff and Blue, if she was here, just make like religion checks?
Whoa, where'd my dice go? Come back.
These are the two clerics. If they don't know, this is gonna be real awkward.
Ooh,
Astra's an untrained cleric, so it's a 13.
13, okay.
15.
15. Okay, well, it's not hard to spot. Almost, not every balloon, but like a couple of the balloons and the clothes that Ender is wearing are the colours of the Church of Tiamat. And he has a little sigil of like a chibi version of Tiamat around his neck. And out of like one of his pockets, you've got like the children's Bible of Tiamat. Like you can just see it poking, as if he carries it with him.
As outwardly
puts the
cheery as
flower-
Neff is, she's like inside very disapproving. Internally, like, nah,
Yeah.
picked the wrong
Well,
team.
you would know that until very, very recently, as in like maybe the last 6 months, 7 months, Tiamat was a proper religion, well respected, that many people, including the queens, would have followed. But recently, ever since the sort of corruption sort of was unearthed, and the queen was killed, this is pretty recent history.
So this would be like after I lost all my memories.
Yeah. So you would know from hearsay about the queen being killed, about the sort of beginnings of the dissolution of the church.
Okay.
So yeah. And there's like a moment of awkwardness, and you see that one Momserfeld guard takes this time to like slip out the door, and he's gonna try and do it quietly. He doesn't do it quietly enough, and Ender's like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "Nowhere. No, nowhere. I'm just gonna stand here." And he stops. And then Avrolne's like, "I have one more thing for you." And she pulls out. I wonder if I've got like a pretty good visual representation of this. I think I need to go get one thing.
No, I think I know what it is.
Do we think it's the deck of many things?
I hope it's not.
Oh god, no.
So she pulls out like a little wrapped box about this big,
No, it's
And-
gonna be the deck of many things.
You can't do that.
She can't do
and
that
she's like,
either.
"So this is something that a hag gave me,
No.
and it brought me nothing but joy, kind of, mainly joy from the thrill of having it. It did hurt my head once or twice, but I thought maybe it's better off in your hands than in mine. I mean, I've got nothing to do with it." And she passes a deck of cards, which look like, as he unwraps it, it's a deck of cards in a little box. And it's like
Edna,
this.
don't open it!
Wait,
Don't
what?
touch the cards!
Ah! He throws them on the ground, and she's like, "Hey, that's not a nice thing to do with a gift."
This is a very nice thing to do with that gift. That's a very bad idea.
Avrone,
Avrone, why would you do that?
what's in this room? You know what could happen.
To Enda?
But I thought it was. I mean, I thought it was a good gift. It's a bunch of fun.
Oh, I do have a good gift. It's not a good gift. It's fine.
It can cause instant death, child.
It could kill him. It could kill us. It could destroy the fabric of reality. And you think it's a good gift.
Wait, why do you guys hate cards so much?
Yeah, do
Oh
I
my
know
God. I'm gonna
Enda starts crying. Wait, sorry, before you do that. Neff and Astra can both make intelligence checks to see if you know what it is.
Arcana or intelligence?
You can choose. Arcana checks.
Okay, yeah, that's
Three. That's a natural one, actually. Oh, I have no idea. I've never seen cards in my life before.
Neff, with a natural one. That looks like a really nice set of cards. I think I should pick it up.
Neff goes and picks it up.
Tackle Neff. As soon
Okay,
as you
make
see
a grapple check. Make a strength check versus Neff's athletics.
Okay.
I'm gonna mage hand the cards into
Okay.
my bag.
Right, stop. There's a lot going on here. First of all, let's roll initiative because this is all too much. Hold on to your roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone who's attempting to grab the cards will roll initiative, including Ender.
I'm trying to
because-
grab Neff. So.
Okay, but everyone who's attempting to intervene, I gotta have you roll initiative because.
16.
So, okay, 20 to 15. Or 25 to
Wait.
20.
Oh, no, not great.
Okay. So, 25 to 20. 20 to 15. This is a cast. 15 to 10.
12.
Okay.
Neff, what did you get?
Wait, I meant to roll as well? Okay.
Yes, yeah.
13.
13. Okay, so Neff goes
Do you have any
forward.
pluses to your initiative?
Wait, for initiative.
Oh,
Oh!
okay.
15.
15. Okay.
I'm gonna double check that. Hold on.
Wait, I think. Wait, which one?
It's just your deck.
Oh, no, never mind. 13. I was looking at the wrong thing. I don't have any plus initiative. Plus 0.
Oh no. Yeah. 13.
Okay. 13. Okay, so yeah. Then you guys, what's your dex bonus? Neff?
Plus 0.
And
Wait, I think I have +1.
+1. Okay, so All-Star goes first. And then Astra, are you trying to do something?
So I got a 16.
Yeah. But like between Neff and Brian, Brian goes first.
Yeah, Astra's just kind of,
You don't have to get into it if you don't want to.
yeah, just kind of stepping back even further because I would say I rolled a 27 on my Arcana check. I know what that is, and I'm like, nope.
Okay, cool. So Cass, you can go first. Do whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand in an attempt to like pick it up and get it away from everyone, and then get it into the bag to hold.
Okay, I'm gonna say casting Mage Hand. That's an action. So then moving Mage Hand and picking it up is gonna be the rest of it. So you've got it in the Mage Hand.
Okay.
Okay, because
I'm
putting it in
gonna,
the
like-
bag would be another action. I'd say.
Okay, so well, actually, I've got 2 actions. No, not yet. Do I?
No,
I can
not.
action-
So
I'm gonna action surge.
action surge is for making attacks. So unless you want to throw it at someone as an improvised weapon.
Can it not be just another action? An action surge, just you get another action. Well,
No, no, no.
basically, I know what you want to keep it out.
No, that's not what I mean. I want you guys to do what you want to do. So I'm gonna check. Hang on, where are fighters in this book?
Once per short rest, you can take one additional action on your turn.
Okay, does it list the actions underneath?
It just says action search. Action.
Hang on. This is one of those things. Because
I mean, I kind of want to pull a deck card from the deck, but I won't. But
Better
she
not.
definitely does not want Neff or Ender to pull.
Yeah, at the risk of pulling a card out with a natural one, I don't know. You should probably keep it away from Neff.
No, that doesn't. You might get a really good card, and you might terrible.
You might
die. Like one of the cards is.
This is gonna be interesting. You guys better stop Neff. I'm worried.
yeah.
Oh, he's coming for Neff, don't worry. Brian saw what happened last time Neff got leftover devices. No, it's
I
not
don't even know how nice roll in that one.
I'd say, okay, you can use an extra action, which is to put it in your bag, but it's not going to be subtle. Everyone can see it happening. So everyone knows where it is. All-Star, you watch as this mage hand opens the bag and is about to drop it in.
Okay, I'm still going to try and restrain Neff from going after it.
Okay, so we'll keep your original 19. Neff, roll a... you can either choose an athletics or acrobatics.
I did an athletics check before. Do you want me to keep that roll?
I'm confused. What do you mean?
Because before, when like Brian was coming to grapple me,
What did you roll then?
I rolled a 1, an unnatural 1. It was a 2 minus 1.
Oh, okay. I thought that was your one for knowing what the deck of many things was.
No,
That's
that
what
was
I took
I
as.
rolled a nat 1 for the I rolled a nat 1 for the intelligence
you rolled
check.
2 nat ones.
No, I rolled one
Cool.
nat 1 and then I rolled a 2, but I have a -1 on athletics.
Cool. So yeah, no. You are slammed to the ground and your head hits it. You can hear like a crack. Ender's like, stop fighting. Neff, it's your go.
Did my head just get cracked? Am I okay?
It's like you have a whiplash and there's like a thudding pain in the back of your head. You're fine. No actual damage, but
Brian,
no
go
actual
for it.
damage. Okay.
yeah, he's only got He's only got like a +0 to strength.
Can I like just reach for the deck of cards that Kaz is
I
holding?
grapple you.
You are in a grapple. You'd have to. It's an action to escape a grapple, and then if you have anything that can bonus action grab it, then you could do that.
Unless you trust Brian for grabbing you for a good reason.
I don't know if Neff would like restrain. I mean, what's the right word? Like retaliate? Probably not, right?
Yeah. So you mean you don't? I mean, up to you. You don't have to escape a grapple to cast a spell. So if you had a spell you wanted to cast, then you could do that. But it's up to you entirely.
Can I just be like, hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
I just
this
wanted
is
to play Uno.
As you say this, Ender's like, I'm very confused. Can we please not? Can I have that back, please?
Hey, Ender, do you want to play cards later?
Why do you think you... Wait, that's a gift to me. Why do you think you guys should have it? I'm very confused. This isn't how gifts work, is it?
Sharing is
George,
caring.
you're on mute. Georgia, you're on mute.
Ender, no, and I don't want to steal this gift off of you, but I think we need to explain what the gift is.
Okay.
It's quite dangerous, and I didn't... It looked like you were going to one, and that could have been a disastrous thing to have done. So I wanted to save you.
Okay.
Like the last time
Hang on.
we met.
Hang on. He believes that you were trying to save him,
But I was, because that's
Yeah.
the truth.
but whether he thought it was the truth or not.
Oh, right. Okay, so, like, okay, maybe I don't, I'm not gonna put it back. I'm just gonna, like, hold, it's just that Mage Hand is just hovering above everyone right now.
I have a question. Did we ever learn what the deck of many things was, or we just know that it's bad?
No, you know that it's a scary deck.
Yeah.
That's about
Okay.
even those who got like a 27 know that it's just a scary deck because there's not much known about it.
So then, who else would know? If Loran knows magical items, does he know what this is? Or does anybody know what this is?
Loran hasn't really seen it. He's just been standing back watching and kind of laughing this whole time.
So, and
Maybe.
when Avrona has pulled from the deck before, a good thing happened. She got slightly more power. And then something terrible happened, and a massive tornado came, tried to kill us all.
Cool. That's not great. But so you know that I am an arcanist and am very highly trained in magics, and that I did, you know, I'm not like incompetent, so I could.
No, but the reason I got them in my mage hand, Neff was trying to get to.
Wait, that's not a normal
Oh.
deck of cards.
No, Neff.
Oh no! 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 I don't like it.
Is
I
it
don't really know.
dangerous?
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Wait,
there's
really?
danger.
I had no idea.
Yeah. There's danger, and then there's those cards. I think is what we're
Yeah.
implying.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to get them, Ender, because as you can see, Neff was quite oblivious in wanting to play with them.
I understand. No, that's fine. Okay, cool. So can I have them now?
I mage hand it. The mage hand goes over to Ender.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh,
I
I
dear.
think I hate it a little bit. I think I hate it.
I would not recommend pulling one of those.
No. Well, if you want, we can go to my dad's study and seal them away, if you think that's safest.
That's a very smart idea, Enda.
I'm a very smart boy.
I know.
Brian, this hurts.
Oh, Brian, let's go.
Oh.
A voice from the balcony goes, what is going on? I'm really confused. And
Gondo.
Gondo is turned around, and he's like looking, and it's like, sees All-Star tackling Neff, and cards floating in the middle of the air. Everyone's kind of laughing.
And Avrorne, has Avrorne stayed, or did she like vanish as soon as she gave those?
Destroying this.
I can
That's a very
imagine.
good question.
I can
She-
imagine
she
her
goes
just like
like that.
keeping them and voting away.
She bonus action hides. She's hidden.
And
you don't-
also, isn't Mum's Vald also a rogue?
And the daughter?
Bonus action hides, he's hidden. He's pretty good. So. The daughter has learnt a lot from her parents and does also hide. So you don't know where they are. Yeah, they're gone. They're gone.
Avrorne, I can't believe you would do that. Actually, I can.
Disappointed.
You hear the sounds of like a portal to another world opening up, and there's like a glow from behind one of the cake tables. And before they go, you see a head pop up, like, and then they leave.
Party just got 3 people smaller.
Yep.
Enda.
So now there are now 7 people at the party, including so actually no, on top of yourselves. So okay. Gondo is still confused. This did not help him at all. He's like, I'm very confused. What is going on here?
Oh, my head hurts.
Avrorne gave a typical Avrorne gift.
Fair enough.
Very
Oh.
Thieves Guild-esque and has now vanished. So yes.
Cool. And he looks over at all of you and he's like, sorry I didn't go and say hi before. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're good.
Cool.
I think I have a headache.
Good. Yeah.
Actually, is
Good
there a
for you.
bathroom around here?
I'm a cleric. I can help you. Come. And he goes up to you and he puts his hand on your head and he's like,
Ow, ow, ow.
feel better.
Ow.
Feel better. And he's gonna give you a medicine check. God, 2. He actually makes it worse.
Ow, this really hurts. Are you sure this is working?
You take 1 point of damage. He's like, oh fuck, no, I was using my poison kit. Hang on.
Oh god.
He tries again and it's still not helping.
Oh my
Looking
God.
on like what?
Are you sure there's no bathroom around here? I'll
Alright,
look in
okay,
the mirror.
wait, hang on, no, I'll use magic, and
No,
he's gonna
it's really
do a
okay.
healing word. It heals you for 2 points. Still feel a little bit better.
Oh.
Considering he didn't take any damage only from Gondo.
So, yes. You look around and you see the party has kind of come to an awkward halt. And Ender is like, well, shall we go and like put this away and then we can eat cake?
Sure.
Cool,
Great.
let's go! Adventure. Anyway, you see as Ender goes up to a wall, which appears to be blank, and you see just the outlines of a door, which you imagine is, again, hidden doors for servants. And he pulls it open and walks through. And you follow him down. And he leads you through these sort of like winding sandstone corridors and towards a smaller, a smaller wing. You imagine from like sort of the size of the rooms. As you exit out of this corridor, you are in what appears to be some kind of library, with a sort of staircase winding up around the edges, and built into the staircases are the bookshelves, with tables and desks and bureaus around the room. And he actually leads you down, so that you feel like you're going below ground, or at least below the main structure of the building. And he says, "Well, it's a bit far. This might be the best time to do it, I guess, because we don't want this around for very long." And he stops outside of a sort of a dark, almost black wooden door. And he says, "I haven't been in here in ages. It's been so long. My dad died I don't know, a while ago now, so I've lost track of time in the timeline. He died before this game started, so almost a year. Like a year ago now, but there's so much to do in here, and it's so busy. He wasn't really on top of his cleaning, so I just don't really go through it at all." And he...
Would you like help?
Sure, yeah, no, that'd be great, actually. We can just pause the party for a bit, and then we can clean up, I guess.
Hey, it sounds like fun.
And he pulls open the door, and it's just chaos. There is a sort of a window which serves no purpose, because beyond it there is just black. It's underground, like a gap between the wall and the window itself. The ceilings are tall, and bookshelves reach all the way up to the top. And there are various magical items and bits of cloth and boxes and strange things. And there's a safe on top of one of the bookshelves, which are just kind of cascading in. And on the floor is just piles and piles of papers, books, and journals. And then in the middle of all of this, there is a desk, sort of dark wooden desk. The chair still pulled out. A sort of blanket, which you assume would be used to warm someone, still on the desk, a quill down, journal open. And as you enter into the room, you get the impression if anyone's been in here, it's not been many times since this Enderashine's dad passed away. And you enter into the study, and Ender kind of traces an arcane symbol in the air, and a hand appears and picks up the safe from the top shelf and effortlessly puts it down onto the desk. And he says, "I think we can put it in here. It should be fine. And then I'll cast a spell on it so that if anyone ever opens it, I'll know. And then I can put a glyph of warding in here that can teleport me to it, so that I can defend it with my life should anything come and try and steal." Sound good?
Well, that sounds intense. Good luck.
I mean, we don't want anyone to get to it, right?
That is true, apparently. I have found out.
Cass is muted at the moment. Georgia, you're muted.
Ender, that seems like a good idea about the wings and stuff, but do you really want to defend it with your life? Dangerous death.
He looks at you with wide eyes. He's pushes up his... "Do you guys want me to defend it with my life?"
No. Ender.
Okay. Do you guys want to defend it with your lives?
Sure.
Yeah!
Okay, cool. Well, then we can change it so that one of you guys gets instantly teleported here if it ever gets stolen or...
That sounds like fun. I love teleportation.
Okay, it could be you then. Woo! Fine.
Oh, no, not now.
Boys, that's not a good idea.
I'll do it.
Okay. Guardian of the cards. Card guardian.
Yu-Gi-Oh! No.
Card captor. Cass.
Okay.
So you watch as Ender starts fiddling with the safe. It takes a little bit of time, about 10 minutes. And you hear it. And he's like, "Oh wow, it worked! I've never opened this before." And he pulls open the safe, and inside there's a little book, and a little folded piece of paper, and that's about it. He's like, "Huh, I'm sure it's fine if we just leave these out." And he pulls out the book and pulls out the paper and puts the cards inside instead.
Maybe they were in the safe for a good reason. Maybe you can leave them.
Wait, can we check the book and the paper? Like just quietly,
Yeah.
like
What are they?
just like look at it.
Ender?
Sure. Paper, as you unfold it, appears to be a code of some kind. Anyone who spent this is going to sound a bit weird, but anyone who spent any time in a library or a significant amount of time studying can
Actually,
make there you go, make an intelligence check to see whether you know what this is or not.
15.
Okay.
Wait, is it the ones at the top that we had of the page?
Intelligence.
Okay.
What are
was
you
this?
doing?
I think it's the +3.
16. Okay, well,
2.
okay,
But-
cool. All of you know that this is the sort of an organizational system for books. So it appears that the book itself is whatever this is applying to isn't in the safe. It's somewhere on the bookshelves or around the room in the library. But you can make a mental note of the book code if you want to.
Casper.
Okay. And
Wow.
the book is Necromance Volume 3.
We need that.
Volume 3, not Volume 2, I'm afraid.
I know, I didn't pick up volume 2. Oh.
Can I just quickly peruse the book to see if there's anything unusual?
Yeah,
Sure,
can I
make
check
an
it?
investigation check. Astra.
Hmm?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, that's not
I
bad.
want to check the book.
Astra finds anything first.
17.
17. You sort of like read the first page and you're like, oh, this is pretty interesting. And then you kind of like have a look at the second page and you're like, either this book is very repetitive or every page is the same.
Ender, with your new glasses, what does this book actually look like? Is it Necromancy Volume 3? That's what we're seeing. What do
No.
you see?
It's just
What?
plain, it's just black. It doesn't have anything on it.
Interesting. Cool.
Why? What does it look like to you? And he takes off his glasses. He's like, wow, these are so cool.
Wait, Ender, can
Why
you
did
tell
you
me what
give
this
these to
book looks
me?
like as well? And I pull out Necromance
Yeah?
Volume 1.
He's like, Necromance Volume 1.
Okay. Whew.
Cool.
Thanks.
Cool.
Puts it
I'll
up.
kind of check it.
Yeah.
That will be a 17.
There's a magical effect on this book. You can't tell, without casting a spell, you can't tell exactly what it is.
Okay, then I do. Do I have? It's that magic one.
Identify or
Identify magic.
detect magic.
Detect magic.
I could just cast Identify on it.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got identify.
It's magic.
Yep, let me find what it is. Because I forgot that you guys bought Ender glasses, which should do.
Ha
Fix
ha.
I love breaking my own games, it's so much fun. Season 2 D&D #campaign. No,
Campaignful.
indeed. Cool. So, as you identify, the book itself and the contents are not magical, but Astra, because you're the one doing it, it does not escape your attention as you sort of begin to once you realize this is not Necromance Volume whatever. It no longer is Necromance Volume whatever in volume 3 in your mind. You see it as it is. So, and as you guys all understand, oh, this is seeming, you see through the illusion. Astra, as you peruse through, briefly looking at the book and its contents, you notice a couple of things, a couple of words that stand out to you, because you're only sort of skim reading it. First, this is the diary, or at least a journal you could obtain, of a man named Elijah Ashun. Cool. Of a man named Elijah Ashun, a name you recognize from one your mother mentioned just the day before, and his father, you can assume. You see it's less of like a diary in the sort of like romantic sense of like describing all the days, and more of like keeping track. It tracks a journey from Ghana Rock to the Axe, from the Axe to Kemerat, and from Kemerat to Kalkan.
Okay, so from Ganarak to the Axe to
Kemerat, I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
Which is, you would know, because it's just basic geography, the country neighbouring Kalkan. And it is indicated that those 3 journeys were undertaken over sea. And then a journey from Kemerat to Kalkan, which does not say how they got there. Whoever this person was, how he got there, sorry. So it mentions more than once a companion, a man who constantly disguised himself, whose appearance would change every day, and next to every day marked is the new appearance of the man. What did you roll you rolled an investigation at one point, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a 17.
17. Okay, I mean, I feel like now you've gotten to the point where you kind of know what this is on about. You notice that in the first instance of these 2 men meeting, the appearance would be that of a tiefling with sort of lavender skin. So, by the end, he's in various other guises. The only instance of note, which seems to be more like what you would expect from an actual diary, as in like events of a day that happened, are one day when these 2 men were attacked on the road, and they were disguised then, and the reason they were attacked is because someone tried to grab the other man by the throat, and his hand went through the illusion, and they saw him for what he was. So it seems to be a bit of a random detail to include, but for whatever reason, it was written in, and it goes on like that. You could spend more time reading it if you want to know more.
I'm gonna relay everything that I've found. Yeah, I think I'm gonna spend a little bit more time.
Okay.
Journal.
Okay, so I'll use your original investigation check still. As you guys kind of sit and you wait and you watch Astra, you peruse through and get to the end, and here it marks from Kalkan to Winter Palace, then Winter Palace to Temple of Abundance, Temple of Abundance 2, and it's just got the symbol, a religious symbol. So I need you to make a religion check, actually.
Oh, that's a 19.
Okay. The last person I sent this to was Thomas, and it was a while ago. So, oh wait, no, it wasn't. It's right there. Sweet.
Nice, nice.
Nice, nice. I wonder if I can just copy and paste it. I think I can. Yeah, that's it.
Hey.
What did you roll on your religion?
19.
19. It's the symbol for the Sphinx of Abundance. The Sphinx of Abundance in the religion of Kalkan, where they worship 5 legendary sphinxes.
This is the Sphinx
To
that I
protect
worship,
the
right?
land. Hell yeah.
Yeah, when I get to that symbol, I'm gonna kind of like hold it up to the group so that everybody else can.
I recognize it, right?
You
As
would,
Neff.
yes. And because you've been preaching since after
Yeah.
the whole memory loss incident, so you do recognize it. And when you recognize it, you feel a kind of strange, like, hum in your chest, like a warmth kind of spread through you almost. There's like a homely feeling.
It's the symbol for the Sphinx of Abundance.
What's that mean?
Well, how much of the history do I actually know?
I think you would know a fair bit about the religion because you learned it, and it's like a kind of almost like a sense memory thing.
Like, including the fact that it's like, it's, based in, it's from, like, Kalkarn, and it's like...
From Kalkan.
5 sphinxes.
5 sphinxes, different temples with each sphinx. Other than that, you probably don't know so much, considering the actual, like, running of the religion in the country as a religious, like, system.
Yeah.
But you do know about, like, the history, the legends, the laws, which you can make up at your discretion, and we can make work.
Oh my god,
So would-
okay.
That's a dangerous tool I've given you there.
Oh boy.
Would Loran know about this as well?
Loran didn't come with you down. He's still up at the book. But you can go and show him, get him if you want to.
Oh wait.
Okay. In the meantime, Ender has been working on the safe and has asked Kath once or twice to, like, just put, like, fingerprint here and, like, one there. And it's like, now you're set. If anyone tries to steal this, you'll be instantly teleported here, and it'll be great. And you can fight them.
Here, can I just, like, make sure that it's not, like, in the chest or something? Like, where and...
Yeah, you'll be in the... You'll teleport to where the deck is.
Yeah, but the deck's in the chest, in the safe. So
If it's stolen, then it'll assume that it's not... To the nearest space that you can occupy is what the spell says.
Okay.
In my books. In my spell books.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
You'll be fine. Thanks. Puts it back up on the shelf with his magic hand. So...
Ender, have you ever seen this before?
Oh, well, hang on, let me look. Let me think about that one quick second. No. I haven't. It looks like something my dad would have used, though. He's into this kind of, like, plain and sturdy... He was into this, like, kind of plain, sturdy leathers kind of thing. But, no, I never saw anything like that before.
Did you ever talk to him about any of his work?
Well, he kind of...
Dad?
He kind of didn't really want me to be the... Like, I don't really know if he wanted me to take on his job after he died, but I did. But I would occasionally, like, sit with him at his desk and, like, talk to him whilst he tried to work. And one time he did tell me the story about, like, one of his travels when he was younger. It was really cool, and it was, like, all around the world. It was super fun. But other than that, he was kind of secretive. He was kind of to himself. Yeah. he's only ever had, I think, like one friend in his lifetime, other than my mom. So, oh my gosh, you guys should meet my.
That would be absolutely lovely.
Hell yeah.
Can I sneak a look over at the journal on the desk that needs to be open?
Make an investigation check.
That's a 13.
13. I mean, it's open. If you wanted to like look through the pages, that would be a different story.
Ender, may I?
Sure, go ahead. I don't mind.
Okay.
Because you're not trying to be subtle about it. I'll say you can actually like look through. This just seems to be his like kind of everyday diary, where he's logged, basically, his archiving duty, deaths, births, marriages, and up until you guys would have known there was a very high-profile member of the Dragon's Court, Osmus, murdered, like a couple of months ago, like 7 months ago or something. And they stopped just a few months before that, and there wasn't any real like big news, deaths or weddings or marriages, anything like that in between that time. So you can see it's kind of like a slow trickle of entries. There is you keep going further back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go. Just kind of lightly perusing, unless there's anything that like draws my attention.
No, you get to. It's a really, really big journal. You get to, I think, one part you realize you're just going through like endless pages of like, just marriages, deaths, births, historical events, and you're like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go, and you do a big flip, and you get back to a couple solid decades ago, and there's the marriage of, and like a beautiful gold gilded font with like edges, is the marriage of Queens Nerywyn and Bellbearer. This was again a long time ago. You flip forward, their son was born, and so on and so on. There isn't really any. This seems to be more like official business rather than anything personal. The journal seems to be very kept as personal notes. There are occasionally little handwritten notes next to some dates, which with a 13 it's a bit hard to decipher what they say. So yeah, afraid that's the best I can. That's about as much as you can garner from.
No worries.
So, as you sort of look through this book, Ender's just kind of going off on a little tangent. Yeah, so he was really into his work, and like he never even took like any holidays, except for like that one time when I was a baby when he left, and he was like on like his little adventure, and like I guess everyone's been on their adventure at some point, and like that's what I wanted to do when I came in. I went to the Temple of Bahamut, and I met you guys. I was like, adventure, so fun. But anyway, yeah, no, that was ages ago.
Where did your dad go for his adventure?
How
long was he gone for?
It was like a while, like 3-4 months, I think. Yeah.
And how old were you at the time?
I was a baby. There was this guy, and he was like super like, I gotta find somewhere to, I don't know. I don't really know the story, like other than he was like going on an adventure and he needed to find like location. So my dad was like, "Sure, I'll go with you. Woo, party!" And then they left. But then he came back, and that was fun. And I was a little bit older then, and I was a kid, so I don't remember much. My mom told me all of it. So yeah.
You mentioned that we should meet your mother, right?
Hell yeah! Oh, okay. Wait, hang on. She was gonna come to my party, but she wasn't feeling so well, so I can take you to her like room if you want.
Well, I mean, a couple of us are pretty good with illnesses. We could maybe see if we could make her feel better.
Sure. Okay. Hang on. I think I want to go back to my birthday party, but I'll take you guys to where she is, and then.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. I'm sure everyone's gonna have a great time now that it's like, you know, a bit more of an intimate group of like close friends.
Yeah,
Close,
that's
good
the
friends.
spirit.
He leads you up out. He like kind of passes by the party room and he peeks in, and by the grace of God, people are still there. He passes that and goes up higher, to a sort of like the top floor, you imagine, where there is a small wing, no bigger than your own homes. Really, it's not that fancy. They don't really seem to need anything fancy up here. Just some nice, clean sleeping quarters. And he doesn't knock. He just opens the door. And he's like, "Mom, I'm home." And there's a voice that's like, "Hello? Ender, is that you?" And he's like, "Yeah, Mom, it's me." And she's like, "Come in here so I can see your face." And he's like, "Okay." And you pop in. And you see there is a woman who looks much like an older female version of Ender, with a long kind of curly red hair, lots of freckles, wearing round spectacle glasses, in a bed with like a blanket like tucked up to her chin. And she's like, "Oh, you brought friends? Hello."
Do forgive the
Hi. Hi, my name's Anna. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, how can I help you? You might not want to get too close. I'm a little bit ill today, sadly.
We were more wondering if we could help you. Can
Oh,
I
well,
check DM?
sure, yeah, no, I mean, I'd love some help, please. And she sits up, and you see her skin's a little bit pale, and she's sweating. Doesn't look anything serious, just like enough to keep her bedridden. You can do a medicine check.
That is a 22.
Mm-hmm. Immediately, you put on some like poultices. There are some like heat pads you've got going on, and you see her complexion almost like what's the word we call rejuvenate completely, and she's like, "Whoa, I feel amazing. I wish my doctors did that. Whatever that was." They just kind of like pray and hope. So awesome, thank you.
Of course.
She kind of
Anything
sits
for
up.
Anderson.
Yeah, I mean, oh, he's such a good boy, isn't he? Is the party going okay? And she kind of looks over and like leans in towards you. She's like, "I was worried people wouldn't go. It didn't happen they didn't go last year, and I had to tell them that was just what parties were like."
Oh.
Oh, we've got a
Yeah.
small but wholesome turnout.
Okay, cool. Then good to hear it. Shall we? Do you want to go down? I mean, I think I might be up to it. Or is there something else you wanted?
I just had a small question about Ender's father. That, if you don't mind me asking.
She's kind of like, oh, Elijah. Yeah. Yes, of course. Anything, of course, anything. Did you know him?
No, but I think he knew my father. I think they may have traveled together for a time.
Really? I don't. He didn't really get out much, so I don't. Unless you mean. Was this a long time ago?
Quite a while ago,
Like 19 years ago?
perhaps.
Perhaps. Maybe you should have a seat before we can eat more. It might take a little while. Ender, darling, go back to your birthday party. It's like, okay, I'll see you guys down there in a bit. Bye, I love you. Bye.
Love you too, Ender. Bye.
Thanks for the glasses. Okay, bye. Okay, and then he leaves.
Asher's just gonna tap him on the back and give him a little bit of guidance.
Okay, cool. He's gonna use it. I don't know what he's gonna do. Make some kind of check. He did it good. I don't know. He uses the guidance. You sit down and you kind of gather around her, and she turns to you and she says, "So, when you say your dad may have known Elijah, I believe you do mean that they were traveling together for a certain time 18
So
years
just
ago."
to quickly interrupt,
Yeah.
Lily's not feeling very well, so she's gonna head to bed.
Okay, that's fine. I had a feeling that maybe
Yeah.
she was getting the. It's okay. This is more.
Continue. I just was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take good notes.
Sure. You. Yeah. So she says, "Well, if this is in fact the time you're referring to, then yes, there was a man named oh, I'm sorry, the name escapes me. I don't remember. He was very strange. He Anyway, he had been wandering on his own for quite some time, many years actually, trying to find a safe place to put this artifact he'd come across. He said it was pretty dangerous. So he came to Elijah, and he knew that he was up and coming in the archivist department. You know, he knew a lot about history and about religion and about the world, and he seemed to think that my husband's skill set meant that he was in a position to help him. So somehow, because this is beyond me still, even to this day, my husband was convinced to leave his study, leave the city, and go. I don't even know where really. I know they went north. I believe to Ganarok, which is worrying enough. And then to another country. So I'm afraid beyond that, there's not much I can tell you. He kept notes in his study.
We found the notes. It's just confirming the suspicions I had.
So, you intend to do something with this information? I mean, it seems to be that the goal of their mission was to keep something hidden away. But what do you intend to do? She seems to be a little bit worried, actually.
I think that the artifact that they hid is not quite so well hidden, and it might need further protection.
Oh. See. Well then, I think... I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think really hard about what he did back then. He didn't talk about it that much. He traveled for about 3 to 4 months to another north and then another country. It can't have been far. Maybe Calcarn or Gaikon or something. I really wish I could help you more, but I don't think I can.
That's been a great help. Has anyone else in the last, 6 months, or even to your husband when he was still alive, has anyone brought this journey up before that you know of?
Well, we always were a little bit on edge. Like, you know how tense the political situation up here has been. Recently. George, do you mind turning your microphone off? Sorry, it's really loud. Has been the last few months. But even before then, people would kind of just look at him a bit weird. He was a bit of a weird man. I believe that the only people who ever really knew anything about the trip in detail were himself and this other man, your father. And now you guys, I suppose, with this journal information. That being said, we don't talk about it often because, whilst most places in Eldralith are warded from magics and spying and things, we never know who's really listening.
Of course, we would never want to put you or Ender in danger.
I'm glad you understand. He's a bit of a weird one. He's unique.
He's charming.
He
Glad
is.
you think so. How old are you, Neff?
I'm 21,
Interesting.
so not too
Do you
much
wanna-
older.
Yes, I noticed that. Perhaps you could maybe meet up with my son every now and again, and maybe you could become closer as good
Of
friends.
course, he seems like a bundle of joy.
Good.
It'd be my
He needs
pleasure.
help. He needs a guide. He needs some kind of guidance from someone his own age, I think.
I'd be happy to.
Yeah. Oh, great. Okay, cool. Well then, you can be pen pals. I'll set you up with some kind of, writing system. I
Woohoo!
think that'd be lovely.
I love writing
Thank you
letters.
so much.
I've
Oh,
never had
good.
anyone to write to for at least the past 6 months.
Really? How come?
Don't ask. Just
Okay.
don't ask.
Okay.
Just for in the future, if anyone does ask questions about this journey, we don't know who is like this, why, maybe 10 given.
I'll pretend like no one's ever asked it before.
Hey Anna,
Great.
would you mind if we borrowed the journal to look through a bit more thoroughly?
Of course. Your intentions are to find this object and to put it in a safer place, yes?
Hopefully before anybody else would. And the same would go for the
Okay.
journal, obviously.
Then, okay. I think it's probably fine. And if you need to look through my husband's office any more than you already have, go right ahead. It's there for you to... It's there at your disposal.
Why, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I will say that if you are going to do this, my husband did say it was a pretty difficult journey. So prepare yourselves well. And perhaps if you have friends from wherever you're going, or people who know sea a bit better than maybe yourselves do. I don't know if there's pirates among travelers or merchants.
You know pirates?
I do know pirates. I had a wild upbringing.
Oh my god, how are they in real life? I've only ever seen them on serials.
Well, dangerous.
Ooh.
A lot of guns.
Ooh.
A lot of storming and boarding ships.
Ooh, sounds like fun.
Pillaging. Pillaging is pretty key. Have you ever experienced piracy?
No, I would never. I denounce all sorts of piracy.
Apart from pillaging.
Okay.
The call out.
Maybe you guys need some extra guidance in your lives. Oh, hi Lily.
Hi.
Feel better. She says, well, other than that slightly worrying everything that just happened then, I hope that I've been useful to you. If you ever need me to answer any more questions or if anything ever comes to mind, I'm sure I have some magics myself. I'm sure I can get in touch with you. Or good old-fashioned letters.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you for your help.
It's okay. I'm glad that I could help. When you do end up finding this object, because I can tell from your determination, the amazing stories my son has told me, that you guys will probably find it, then please just do justice to my husband's hard work.
We'll settle for no
We
less
will.
than that.
Great. Okay. Then shall we head down to this party? And she shakily gets up and puts on like a robe, a sort of golden silver robe, ties around her waist and goes down. You'll reunite. You see, Rolnay has disappeared along with the rest of her family, but Shrekamus, Prism, a random kobold who was
How
once
much
again
time
shaking.
has passed since I cast Charm first?
About an hour, so it's definitely worn off.
Okay. But the blanket's back on it, right?
Yep, and it's shaking around the cage like.
I tell Anna what it is. You might want to get rid of it.
This sounds really
And then
unethical.
Not kill it.
Do you guys
Not
want
kill it.
whatever it is?
Not particularly, but we could try and like release it back. I don't know anything about these things. Like, will they try and like kill us?
Well, you can talk to it. It's a human
Does it
being.
speak English?
You can find out. You
Okay.
can find out.
Okay, I'm gonna get some cake, but before I eat it, I'm gonna check it for poison. I'm still a
Cool.
little untrustworthy when it comes to it, but I'm not gonna let anyone know that I've done.
Cool.
Like, as in, I don't want Ender to think I don't trust him, but I'm a little bit shady now.
How do you check for poison?
Because I've got the spell.
Okay, cool.
Poison. I'm just gonna be holding it. It's like, is it clear of poison? Am I good?
It's clear of poison, you're good.
Okay. Then I eat the cake, and I go over to the kobold, and I'm like, hey. I cast Speak with Animals.
Not an animal.
Does it speak Draconic?
Does it speak
Draconic.
Undercommon?
It does speak Undercommon.
Okay.
I speak with it in Undercommon, and I go, how did you get to? Why are you in the? Just what happened to you? Why are you in the cage?
It's a long story.
Do you want to be free from the cage?
Yes.
What will you do if we release you right now? Would you try and attack us?
Penance.
Penance against Shrek.
Shrekamus Potassium.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, I won't. We're not going to release you right now.
Why?
Because Shrek is an old friend, though I don't
Release.
agree with what he's done to
Fernando,
you.
release me.
We will, but this is a birthday party, and I feel like your penance involves a lot of bloodshed, and it is a birthday party, and let's keep it a bit PG, right?
My penance. You won't even see it coming.
Well, you want us to free you, right? Why are you threatening us?
No, it's not for you. You'll be fine. You will be spared. But what?
Right. Okay. Well, we will, but not right now. Is that okay?
No, free me now.
I can charm you to make this feel so much better, and give you cake and some alcohol. No.
I'm lactose intolerant.
But alcohol doesn't have lactose in it.
Cake.
Okay, this communication is not going very well.
No.
Can I
please.
cast suggestion for him to non-violently enjoy the?
Yeah. Okay, hang on. How do I roll?
That's a wisdom save.
What's a DC?
15.
Okay, rolled 15 exactly, so meets it, beats it.
Yeah.
Now, he's like, you use dark magics on me. I like your style, Trixie one. Okay, I see how it is.
I
When
mean,
you
as long as you just don't attack anybody, and you just want to
free
enjoy
me,
the
the game begin. Okay.
What's your name, Cobalt?
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand. I side
No, it's
Ferdinand.
not. Sorry, it's Fernando. Ferdinand was the bear.
Fernando!
Fernando.
I slip Fernando a beverage and some dairy-free snacks, which I some.
Sure, pocket bacon.
Huh?
Pocket bacon. You guys have been eating it all time. That's what you eat. So
I slide them over to Fernando. Go. We will free you. I promise. But right now, let's just have a good time. Yes.
okay.
And I pull Shrek to the side. And Shrek, what the hell?
I thought it would be a good gift for my good friend Ender.
It wants revenge, and probably against you. But Ender would probably have got the brunt of it.
It would be a challenge worthy of a paladin of Bahamut.
Forgot what we're like. Cass pinches her nose and just is like, whatever, goodbye, Shrek, and I'm gonna go stand on the other side.
On the other side of the room is Gondo watching this whole situation go down. If you want.
Otherwise, I might smite Shrek. Like, stand with Gondo, and I'm like, Gondo, can I have, please?
What did you say?
Gondo, can I have some of your cigar? Shrek is just, you get it.
Whilst I do get it, I did give up smoking when I became a cleric.
Cass pinches her nose. She's just like.
That being said, I always carry one with me just in case I get the urge, and he does pull out a cigar.
Oh my god for that. And Cass gets a very big thing of Strong Zero and a cigar and a big thing of cake, and she's just sat there like, this is going to be fun when we're really teeing.
Do you know, it's really difficult these days. I think my love for Shrek has only deepened, but...
Why?
I forgot you were there.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm in bed, but I'm still here.
That was amazing.
Brian, are you like over with me as well? Like, are we kind of grouped in a similar area?
Let's assume yes.
I share a look with Brian and just a bit like, why?
Why?
Shrek has not been the best characters.
Well, the thing is, ever since he brought me back to life, I felt like I owed him a life debt. But these days, I don't know, I can't read him. Why would he bring a kobold to a birthday party? It's just a little bit strange. I don't know.
I slide the Strong Zero over.
I don't know anymore. And he does take a swig. Like, look what he's making me do!
Gondo, maybe you need to let it go.
Oh god.
I don't want to. I can't. Shrekimus was my first love.
Oh. Is there music at this party?
No, that's surprisingly.
Can anyone play music?
Yeah, Astra.
Astra,
Can
right?
Astra can
And like, I send a message to Astra, and I'm like, please stop playing some music, or something like anything. This is like a telepathic.
You do hear a tiny violin playing next to Gondo.
It's just constant. Oh.
It's like the My Heart Will Go On recorder version.
Oh god.
Am I anywhere near Anna?
Yeah, Anna's sort of just like standing very protectively beside Ender, who is obliviously happy.
Can I just kind of lean over to her and ask, is there going to be music at the Ender's?
Oh, well, we invited one of his friends who's a bard who didn't show up, so...
Oh, okay.
Would you like to play something? Please. Please
Sure.
play something.
Ender, can I borrow the flute that I gave you for just a moment?
He's like, sure. Passes it over. He's put the bow on, by the way. It's in his hair now.
Oh.
He looks
Love
really
it.
cute.
And then I'm going to play a jaunty tune and use thaumaturgy to kind of spice it up a little bit.
Hell yeah.
And when Astra does that, I'm gonna take Ender and try and show him the dance. Astra, us.
That's-
Oh, that's real cute.
Can we suggest that
Just because
Gondo
of
cast Shrek?
No.
Gondo, what, Shrek?
If we just like drop the hint, Gondo should ask Shrek to dance. It would.
This coming from Brian is crazy.
Brian's just secretly, enjoying this. He likes the attention taken off him.
For sure. So, first of all, Astra, can you roll the performance check with advantage, please?
Of course. Oh my gosh.
No, it's not two natural ones, is it?
No, it's not. It's the same score on identical die.
Ooh.
So that is a 22, but
Hells yeah.
double
We
15s.
Love that. Okay. So, as you begin to play this flute, and your thaumaturgy makes it sound like a whole orchestra almost is playing along with you.
And like the flame, there are like torches in the room. They're kind of like flaring with the music.
Yeah. So there's like a light show going on. It's kind of like a disco, and everyone sort of like looks over and is like, "Huh? When did this happen?" And Cass, as you pull, who did you say you were going to pull into the middle? Ender. Yeah. So as you pull,
the dance that Astra was teaching us about.
okay. Off the back of Astra's performance check, you can make another one with advantage if you want.
Ooh, well that's good, but we'll see if I get better. No, 22.
22. Good. Okay. Better than Ender, but your amazing score makes up for his not so great one. As you expertly lead him around, remembering pretty well the dance that you learned the day before. And everyone in the room starts to see you basically swinging around this man who's almost twice your height. Oh no, you're like 4'11", so he's like a solid 1.5 taller than you. And everyone is like looking, he's like, what is going on? Where's this music coming from? And they see Astra and they're like, oh, you know what? This is a great idea. And people begin to flood into the middle of the room and start dancing along.
You say flood, you mean trickle.
You mean trickle. That one Momsesvald guard takes Fulmir's hand and is like, let's go and dance, my friend. And he's like, okay, no homo though. And I don't know why.
5 feet apart.
Because they're not gay. And they dance together, and they seem like they're really enjoying their time. And then Kaylee grabs Chrism and is like, ah! And he's like, ah! And they like start like do-si-doing around the room, but Chrism is kind of flying. Loran looks over to All-Star, and he grins. And I can't see your face, so I don't know what the response is.
After persuading Gondo, I don't know how that went. Yeah, All-Star's gonna go to Loran.
Okay. Loran and All-Star, y'all dance. You look amazing, first of all, every one of you, power couple, with your super cool clothes, glittering in the lights, and it's such fun. And then Gondo,
Yes.
listening to All-Star's words. Can you just make a general charisma check, please, All-Star?
Oh, I have to get my dice. Hold on.
Soz. I can roll it for you if you don't want to get
That's
up.
fine. They're like 2 feet away. Okay. I'm gonna roll it on my floor.
Okay.
Sorry, what was it? A charisma.
Charisma check, yeah.
So it's an 18 plus whatever his charisma is. 1 sec. Charisma is +1, so 19.
Okay, 19. All-Star Never Fail should be your game name. Actually, that'd be a pretty cool name. So you watch. He kind of like looks up, walks over to Shrek, taps him on the shoulder, and Shrek turns around like, it's like, "You want to dance?" Like, but by the grace of Bahamut, I cannot dance because this armor is too heavy, and I cannot. I'm sorry.
Let's be us, Shrek.
Who will look after Fernando, the kobold, if I go dance? And Gondo is like, okay.
No, Gondo.
Seeing sort of as he's watched the party, Ulmir breaks away from Momsesveld and is like, do you want to dance? Like, okay. And then they become like a trio of like the most random people who've been brought into this party have like banded together and made a squad. So he's dancing, and the more he dances, he actually seems okay. So
He's getting good.
Yeah, you guys are all having a great time. Anna comes into the middle, and who else is left to dance?
Anna,
Neff,
would you like to
pull the Neff.
dance?
Yeah, I would. And she comes and she grabs you and she's like whisking you around, and it's much fun. And from the angle you're standing at, Neff, she's so pretty, and you're like, wow, this is so much fun.
Wow.
This whole day has been great. And as you're dancing around this room and everyone's twirling and jumping and the music is coming to its crescendo, you suddenly have a flashback to your trial of people dancing and twirling around a room. And you're like, whoa, hang on. I've seen this all before. And she's smiling down at you and spins you around. And as you spin around and you look back for a flash of a moment, you see someone who looks almost like yourself. Purple skin, tiefling. And you're like, what?
Ooh.
And she smiles at you. And then you're like, it's Anna, it's not anyone else. And Astra, because everyone else is busy dancing, you'd be the first to notice. The doorway opens and another person comes in, dressed in very plain, pretty boring robes, with like a little pin badge, with like a wheel on it, letting you know that this is the Master of Transport. Sarazar Dehane walks in the room, and All-Star, you feel, because Loran has been pretty dexterous the entire time, leading you around the room, spinning you around and dipping you down and all that kind of thing. But the one time when your back is to the door, he falters and trips over one of his feet, and you kind of stagger back, and you see that Sarazar is there, and he watches from the doorway as your first song comes to an end, and the dancers, everyone comes to a halt. And he looks around the room, and his eyes settle on you, Neff. And he scowls over at Loran.
Oh.
And he takes a seat in the corner and has a sip of his drink. And it's
Oh, is that-
1:10. So unless you've got something really, really pressing you want to do, shall we call it there for now?
Can I quickly, like, after
Yes,
this has
yeah.
run off, like, just go to the office and pick up the journal?
Yeah, yeah. I assumed you'd taken it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there anyone else who wants to do anything before we wrap up?
Anna, your hair is so pretty. And Neff turns a little red.
But when Cass sees, and she does kind of go dun dun dun.
And that's where we end. Because I was trying to find like a good time to like.
Who's
pause
that
it, 'cause we're
Pokemon? Da-da-da. It's Sarazar! Ba-da-da.
It does sound like a Pokemon, actually, doesn't it?
Good game, guys. Good game.
Good
Feel better, Lily.
game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to sleep. I never drink that much in 1 hour again.
That's
Goodbye,
probably a good
everybody.
life decision.
Yeah. So,
We'll
next thing
we'll have to put a drinking one shot at some point. When I DM, I'm gonna make it a drinking one. I mean,
yeah.
drinking is optional. One has to drink, but
I
there will be
want-
like if you take damage, there'll be penalties, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I like
I'll
that.
do it then before.
I
You
would
can
be
do
drinking.
what you want, so it could be apple juice.
Yeah,
You
I like that idea.
have to drink.
Ooh,
I'm gonna drink some
nice.
cold, hard water. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, crazy.
You're hardcore, Thomas.
I know.
yeah.
I'm insane. I'm losing my mind.
No absinthe for you then.
I kind of want to drink absinthe IRL, man. No way.
I've never tried absinthe actually.
I think it's
I
like
have.
really strong, isn't it?
Don't try it.
Don't try it.
Well, absinthe is vile.
There's an absinthe parlor in my house. I kind of want to go.
Okay, guys, I've got dresses to try on.
Okay.
All right, I've
Can I
got
just
beds
ask-
to sleep in. Or
Yeah.
a bed.
Next,
I've got bags to pack.
is it the 27th?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going out with Quinny that day, so I might be like 20 minutes late or something, but I'll try
That's
and get
fine.
back on. Cool. Yeah, I'll say hi to her. Thank her for the call.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I wonder if she'll even remember that to her. Okay.
All right, bye guys.
I do want to reiterate, these were exactly the present in the descriptions that they gave. So, yeah.
Oh, I already knew Wendy was giving the deck of many things. I just really hoped she wouldn't allow it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
But it's happened. It's fine. Okay, bye guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for hosting.
Bye. Great game.
Game.